Hey, what is up, mortals? It's Dylan here with a new video for you. Welcome to part 2 of What If Deku Had Nen. I just wanted to greet you guys with just saying, sit back and relax, cause you're in for a treat. So, let's begin. Our greenette and the blonde behemoth were both standing there in shock as they realized the sludge villain had disappeared. Shiitake mushrooms! Oh, no. The villain was there like 50 seconds ago! I must have let my guard down since I was gushing like an 8-year-old. Shut up, me. He's our idol. All Might ran out from under the bridge. I apologize, young Midoriya, but I must go and search for the villain before he causes any more harm. He was about to jump away when in an abrupt burst of smoke, the bulky blonde had disappeared. Izuku looks horrified. Was he attacked? Did another villain appear? No, my guard was up. There was no way I wouldn't sense it. All Might's aura got much weaker. Is he okay? He lunged forward to assist All Might in what he thought was a villain attack, but then he soon noticed that instead of All Might in the smoke, it was an old skeletal man. What in the isekai happened? He could still feel All Might in the area. His aura hadn't moved, but it had transformed. All Might? Is that really you? The old man turned to Izuku. I'm afraid to say, it is me, young Midoriya. Izuku took a step back, not knowing what to think of this new occurrence. No need to worry, young Midoriya. This is due to being in a fight that almost ended my life. He lifted his shirt to show a large purple scar on the side of his stomach. Damn! If you won, I would hate to see the other guy. Yeah, you wouldn't. But you did enough damage to stop me from being able to use my quirk for more than a few hours of the day. That's why you see me like this right now. But for now, I need you to contact a hero or the police to search for the sludge villain. I'm out of juice for the day, and I won't be able to go back to my muscle form. No need. I can find him. Izuku replied confidently. He closed his eyes. All Might was about to protest, but after a second, he thought Izuku might have a quirk that allowed him to find people. But then, as he thought more about it, he couldn't put a finger on what kind of quirk would be able to disable a villain in such a quick amount of time, as well as being able to find people from afar. What sort of quirk could this child have? Izuku was focusing, and as he began to narrow on the villain's signature, his heart began beating a bit faster. It wasn't the only recognizable thing. Shit! Izuku broke into a sprint, activating his Ren, leaving All Might behind. The sludge villain was next to someone Izuku recognized. Bakugo! All Might was shocked at the sudden speed that Izuku has broken into. He reached his hand out to call out to him. Wait, young Midoriya! But as soon as he did, he heard a glass-shattering explosion coming from the direction Izuku was running towards. Crap! I'm too late! Honey is a free browser add-on, available on Google, Opera, Firefox, and Safari. If it's a browser, it has Honey. Honey automatically saves you money when you check out on sites like Amazon, Papa John's, and Kohl's. Wherever you shop, it's a good chance that Honey can save you money. All you have to do is when you're checking out at these stores is to click that little orange button, and it will scan the entire internet and find discount codes for you. That's useful. If there's a coupon code, they will find it. And if there's not a coupon code, you can rest assured that you're getting the best price possible. If you install Honey right now, you can save like $50 to $100 on your shopping, doing nothing. There's literally no reason not to install Honey. It only takes 2 clicks. 10 million people use it, and it has over 100,000 5-star reviews. Wow. So unless you hate money, you should install Honey. Now back to the video. He stopped at the ground zero of the explosion. His fears had been fully confirmed in his sight. He saw his blonde bully ensnared by the sludge villain, writhing around as his hands created massive explosions. Fires were littered around the area, along with the glass of the shattered windows from the buildings. Izuku's eyes darted around, trying to see if there was any way for him to stay out of the situation. He saw the so-called heroes staying away from the area, just watching in horror. Useless! Looks like I have to do it. He wasted no time. Everyone in the area was hit with a ripple of trepidation. The civilians lost the ability to breathe. Some of them dropped to the ground in absolute fear. A few of them looked back to see a green-haired boy walking towards the villains. The heroes had more resistance, but would also have no power to move when the wave hit them. What is that? Can't move. I can't even take a step. Where could this be coming from? They managed to turn their heads around to look back, and none of them were ready for the sight. A green-haired boy wearing a black school uniform walking towards them. But it seems that with every step, more and more of their sanity was leaking. How could this be coming from a kid? As quickly as they blinked, he was gone. He had walked past them and was approaching the villain. The heroes were even more horrified when their heads tilted to see that the boy had appeared in front of them. How could he possibly move that fast? It's like he teleported. The sludge villain realized too late who had just arrived. He began screaming in terror. His sludge was all over the place, and Bakugo was in the middle of it. His eyes, he needed help. No! No! Back away! Get back! I'll kill him right now! An explosion shook the entire street and was clearly the one who had taken the brunt of it. All the eyes in the incident widened. There's no way he could have survived that! We need to save the kids! All Might arrived at the scene. All he saw was the smoke after the explosion. He saw that the heroes were standing away from the epicenter. What happened? Am I too late? All at once, the smoke erupted as the smoke was sent away from the scene. The smoke and wind blew away all the bystanders. And in the middle was Izuku. He had plunged his right hand into the sludge villain and was standing still. Oh, is that all you had? Looks like your bark is much worse than your bite. The sludge villain was cut off when Izuku focused 100% of his aura into his right hand. Shut it! Izuku burst his palm open, which sent the sludge villain all over the walls and floor. The sound of something akin to paint splattering all over the place could be heard. Bakugo was slightly elevated, so he fell on top of Izuku. Izuku held on to him, just for the sake of not seeming like a bad person. Okay. Hopefully you're okay, cause I'm not doing their job any more than this. Bakugo was motionless for a few seconds before he exploded with rage. His hands began sparking, and Izuku realized what he wanted to do. By now his aura was off, but he didn't feel he needed to deal with Bakugo at the moment. Izuku quickly let go of Bakugo and smacked his left arm up, as Bakugo was going to try and blow Izuku's face off. This is what you've been hiding all these years? Huh? To make fun of and humiliate me? The blast obviously missed its target, and Izuku wasted no time blitzing around Bakugo and whispering into his ear. Even if that was my objective, you couldn't do anything about it. Okay. Izuku would quickly chop Bakugo's neck, knocking him out. No, I don't believe you will. Also, I'm pretty sure saying that out in public can get you put in jail. He caught Bakugo before he hit the ground. He walked him over to the heroes and handed him to Death Arms. I apologize for using my abilities outside of jurisdiction, but it looked like you needed assistance. Izuku managed to pull off the most innocent smile he could. It didn't do anything to quench the fear that almost everyone in the area had for him. Yeah, you're free to go. Thank you so much, sir. Have a nice day. As Izuku was walking past the crowd, his eyes set upon a skeletal man. Oh, it's All Might. He walked towards him. He looked shocked with his mouth slightly opened and his eyes confused. He turned towards Izuku. Young Midoriya, I have a question to ask you. Sure, sir. What do you need? What exactly is your quirk? All Might looked troubled. It wouldn't make sense that a single quirk would be able to do all of that. That wasn't the only thing that was in his mind, though. That aura. That unyielding fear and horror. He had felt it before. When he was fighting him, he was staring at Izuku with tension inside him. Well, it's pretty simple, actually. Izuku's phone began to ring. Oh, 1 second. He picks up the phone, seeing it was a sensei. He quickly picked up. Sensei, 2 calls in a day. This surely is unlike you. There's been a change in plans. Be on your way here immediately. I want you at the beach in 10 minutes. Izuku was shocked, because the beach was, in a literal sense, across town. Wait, what? That makes no sense! Your time is on the clock, Izuku. If you get here late, I won't be able to help you. The call was cut. Izuku began swearing and cursing. All Might looked at him, confused. Izuku, is there a reason for the sudden display of vulgarity? Izuku looked back at All Might. I'm sorry. I have to go now. But you haven't told me. Before he could finish his sentence, Izuku was on the move. Damn it. Not again. Izuku did feel bad that he left All Might like that, but it was either that or getting into trouble with Wing, or even worse, a serious Wing. He used Ren to increase his speed as he dashed to the beach. Izuku finally landed at the beach. He crashed from the exhaustion and was panting and sweating. He landed at his sensei's feet. I made it! Wing was standing next to a small girl in pink. She looked like a toddler, or maybe a 12-year-old, but Izuku was too tired to pay attention to her as he got back to his feet. Amazing work, Izuku. You saved yourself a proper disciplining. Oh, thank you! That is such amazing news! Shut it. Fine, but why would you call me from across town? and 10 were together in 10 damn minutes. What could possibly be so important? Oh, that's correct. Izuku, say hello to my master. Izuku was shocked, staring at the little girl. Huh? Thank you all for indulging yourselves in all this information thus far. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, there are a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, I'd like to thank our patrons, BD Flames, Ethan Davis, Terry Chills, Shifter Meals, Adam Zedgel, Zill, XAV Beto 3, and Joshua Phelps. Secondly, I'd also like to thank all of our YouTube members, Toy Acosta, Rob the King, Sith Lord 906, CF2364, and Knuckles, Rimuro Tempest, Angel Juarez, Donaldsy Stewart, Brian Greer, and Demonized Fox. Thirdly, if you're in the mood for some great storytelling, We the Celestials has you covered. Our We the Celestials, My Hero Academia, and Naruto What If channels retell the story of their namesake anime with a twist. Check it out if you're interested. Fourthly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in today's excellent content production. Their details can be found in the description below. Lastly, if you're interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, I'd like to extend an invitation to join the team. The only caveat is that we only accept members from 16 years old to join our crew. You can sign up for whichever category fulfills your interests by joining the recruitment Discord using the link in the description below. We're always looking for members to join us. Well, that's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching and have a great day.